Hello everyone, it's Melinda here with CatSmashPuzzles, and today I am introducing the 4th annual USA JPA speedrun puzzle, Rainbow Birdies by Cobble 500 pieces. And this was introduced to us at the 2026 US Nationals, which, if y'all don't know already, I went to, and I am about to publish all those videos regarding US Nationals. So as you can see, this is the 99th episode, and I wanted to kind of do something to preface the national videos that will be coming out here starting in the 100th episode. So I'm really excited to get this all formatted and published for y'all. But I do want to pull up the USA JPA speedrun puzzle kind of separate from nationals, because I thought it was a good introduction to nationals, and it's a lot to talk about, so I don't want to take up too much room outside of nationals where it happened. So yes, we are going to talk about this guy. And so if you don't know, USA JPA has done now 4 speed runs. This is the 4th one. And I participated now. This is the 3rd one I'll be participating in. But the first one I participated in was Rainbow Cats. And then the second one was Quilted Critters. And if you remember, I did Rainbow Cats on my 18th attempt in 28 minutes. And then on my Quilted Critters, I did it in 33 minutes on my 9th attempt. And so I've been kind of sporadic with those two, and I wasn't very consistent. Rainbow Cats, I had the unfortunate time crunch, basically. I only got into speed puzzling about a month before it was due. So Rainbow Cats was kind of a force, I had to really basically do it within a month and a half. Quilted Critters, on the other hand, I had a year to do it, and I didn't exactly get ahead of it. I had a 6-month gap at one point. And so I kind of realized that doing the same puzzle over and over again for me multiple times, probably more than 8 or 9 times, I get kind of tired of doing it. And so, recognizing this fact, I kind of maybe want to pursue this speed run a bit differently. I am going to do it by myself here shortly, but this is actually not my puzzle. This is Christina's, and so I'm borrowing it from her. We're going to be doing this as a pair, as a team of 3 with Shea, maybe somebody else up here in Dallas, or a team of 4 as well, see whoever kind of gets circled through. So I'm not going to do it as a solo individual 50 plus times, basically. I want to do it as a pair or a team. I'll sprinkle some solo attempts in there and maybe submit that time. But I do think that in this way, I won't be as tired of the puzzle, and when I do it solo, my times will just naturally be faster because I've done it as a pair or team. And I think it's probably the best way to go about this if you don't want to do it 200 plus times, which is what I don't want to do. And so this was introduced in the US Nationals, and I will go over how many times I've done this with a pair or a team, and then I'll go through the times, and then we'll go ahead and do my solo attempt here. I'll also show you me and Christina's recent pair attempt here as well, and then I'll go at the end, go over the results, and kind of see where everybody is versus what our times are. Now, I have done this now 5 times with Christina or with Christina and somebody else. So I'll go over each attempt real quick with y'all. The first 4 attempts were done at US Nationals. And then the 5th attempt was actually when me and Christina met up to film the 500 1000 Zoom competition pairs. So the first one was me and Christina. We did this in 29 minutes and 54 seconds. It was the completely first time either one of us has done this puzzle. So under 30 minutes, not bad. Second attempt was Christina, me, and Megan. And Megan was our team member at Nationals. And again, we'll discuss Nationals in depth a lot more in the next few videos. And we did this in 20 minutes and 55 seconds. So we knocked off about 9 minutes, which was good. It was now Christina and I's second attempt at this puzzle. I believe it was Megan's first. And then the 3 of us did it a 3rd time. And then we did it 4 seconds slower. So we did it in 20 minutes and 59 seconds. Now, that was probably just due to fatigue, or we just didn't maybe coordinate the organization as well. I don't remember exactly. And then the 4th attempt was Christina and I's 4th attempt, but we did it with Jessica, who is up here in the Dallas area, and I practiced with her along with Melinda and Kenzie, and so she, I think, has done it many times at this point, or I don't know exactly how many times she did it, but she was very familiar with the puzzle. Me and Christina had started getting familiar with the puzzle. We did it in 16 minutes and 45 seconds, and that's a pretty good time for a team of 3. So yes, we did do a good bump for those 4 attempts. I did not film those 4 attempts because they were at Nationals. I didn't have my camera set up to film it, so I don't have any footage for those 4 attempts. However, the 5th attempt, Christina and I did it recently last week, where we met up and did our Zoom competitions, and we did this in 24 minutes and 14 seconds. So a bit slower, than the team of 3, but again, you lose 1 person. But still under 25 minutes, still faster than our first attempt. So not too bad. So I've done this puzzle 5 times as a partial. I've never done it by myself, but I do suspect that because I've done it 5 times as a pair or team, my time should be much faster than, what I would normally have done for a first attempt. I should be under 40 minutes for this puzzle, and that's going to be my goal for this puzzle today, is to be under 40 minutes. I'm not going to consider it a first attempt to be under 40 minutes because I don't think that's... I don't know how... It's not accurate, but it's not inaccurate either. It's kind of one of those, I don't know how you kind of reconcile that a little bit, but basically, I've not done it by myself, so I don't know how fast I'm going to be, but I am pretty good about, memorizing these sections here, so I know exactly where some of these pieces go. It'll be an interesting experiment that I've done this 5 times as a pair or team. How will that affect my solo time? So I will show you both the time lapse of Christina and I's 5th attempt and then my solo attempt here shortly. And then at the end of the video, I'll go over the results that are currently standing, and then I will preface the national videos and what to expect for those. But Rainbow Birdies, USA JPA's 4th annual speed run. Let's smash it. This was the 4th annual USA JPA speedrun puzzle, Rainbow Birdies by Cobble, 500 pieces. And I did this in 38 minutes and 41 seconds. So I succeeded at getting under the 40-minute mark. So I'm pretty happy about that. So it definitely does help that I've done this 5 times with a pair or team before. I think I probably would have been somewhere in the high 40s, low 50s by myself if I hadn't done it before. I could definitely tell I slowed down in parts where I wasn't very familiar with that part of the puzzle. So the parts I'm very familiar with is on this left side, basically. So the dark blue pool at the bottom, this pink, kind of hot pink house, the green house, the brown house, little blue house with the puzzle piece clock. So that's the part I'm very well versed in. I've done it 5 times at this point. It's kind of my section to be in charge of. So that came together pretty quickly. I'm semi-familiar with this kind of upper green house and the light pink house at the bottom. Semi-familiar with that. And then part of this big center house, like the top part a little bit. But after that, it's kind of unfamiliar to me on the other side. I mean, I had a sense of it. Like, I had sorted a few pieces and gave some to Christina because I know it was her side. But I didn't put it together, really. So I wasn't as familiar with it. And it definitely came to a head when I got to this orange house here. I was not very familiar with that one at all. Along with the kind of the gray sections up here. I thought that would be easy because it's a kind of a distinguishable color. But there was like layers. And I didn't realize there were layers going on until I'd kind of gotten most of it together. So yes, you can definitely tell where I slowed down a little bit. I was a bit, I looked at the clock at 31 minutes. I'm like, oh, can I get this done in under 40? I feel like I'm going a little slow. But at the very end, I sped up, got caught up, and was very happy with my time. And if I were to look at the results, or the unofficial results at the moment, I'm probably in 6th or 7th place for my solo time. But again, they've done it maybe 4 or 5 times. I think one person did it for a first attempt at 37 minutes. But all that time that's been entered has been done only at Nationals. I don't think there's been any other times entered after Nationals, and it's been about 3 weeks at this point. So I know more people have done it probably more times than what's been posted. So I don't have a good idea where my standings are. It's a good first attempt for my solo. I'm not going to count this as one of my first attempt under 40-minute puzzles, because again, I've done it 5 times as a pair or team. And I don't think that counts. I just don't. I'll consider it like maybe my 2nd or 3rd attempt. Maybe. 2nd attempt, maybe. As a solo. Because I've kind of at least done a third of it. So, yeah. That's not as impressive as a first attempt, unfortunately. But, still, happy under 40 minutes. So the plan again with this puzzle is to, go to Christina. We'll do it as a pair a few times. We'll probably get Shea, be a 4th member, somebody else, do it as a team of 3 or 4, and just do it over and over again that way so I don't get super tired of doing the same puzzle over and over again. And hopefully, I'll be going down there at least once a month, so I'll be more consistent with it versus what happened with Quilted Critters where I, left a 6-month gap. Now, I do want to bring up the fact that I have my own personal speed run I plan on doing, and I have brought this up, I think now 3 or 4 times, and I have not done it yet, so I apologize. But this is Birth Flowers by Theo Puzzles. It's a 1,000-piece puzzle, and I want to do this one to see if I can get a 1,000-piece puzzle under the hour. And as far as I've known, no one has done a 1,000-piece puzzle under the hour. I have seen it under hour 10, I've seen even a few under hour 5, but not under the hour. I don't know if it was a first attempt or not, but I've never seen 1,000 pieces under the hour by yourself. I've done it as a pair with Christina, but not by myself. And as far as I know, no one else has. But wanted to bring this up because I think I have an idea for this. I have gotten kind of involved with the Twitch streamers who do speed puzzling, and there's a big group of them, and we've, after Nationals we connected. And so I want to start streaming myself. I have never streamed before. I don't know what I'm doing. And so I have a few of them that would be willing to help me out and get me set up. But I want to stream on Twitch, YouTube, and TikTok. And there are ways to do this, but I have to figure it out. I have to get set up. And I have to have some of my time freed up because I'm doing this on top of full-time work. And I have something else that I'm doing. And so it's kind of taking up a lot of my time at the moment, and I don't want to add another layer of this on top of it with streaming. So that will be finished in about 3 or 4 months, and then once I'm done with that task, I will have a little bit more time to possibly insert a schedule for streaming. And it'll also give me time to prepare and figure out what I want to do. I don't know my schedule yet, don't know how it's going to work. It'll be kind of like this channel here. I'm figuring it out as I go, basically. And I think one of the ideas I have is to live stream doing this for my first attempt. Because again, this could have false fits, and if it has false fits, I think I'll just give up on the speedrun idea, unfortunately, and just, it'd be a good kind of, maybe a practice to sort fast or something like that. I hope there's no false fit. I really want to see if I can get this under an hour. If not, I have to find another 1,000-piece puzzle that's relatively easy, and I can try to do the same thing with that. But that's the idea with this. So I do want to kind of announce that I am going to be possibly streaming in the future. And I will let you know when that schedule and when my first stream is. You will know well ahead of time. Now, what y'all all been waiting for the last month or so, the U.S. national videos. I have 5 videos. The next 5 videos will be about the 2026 U.S. Nationals. And starting off with the 100th episode, I will go over the event itself, the artist alley, the vendors, what happened during the event, excluding the competitions, because I'll go over those separately, and just the overall feel and fun I had during the event, because I think it's important to highlight things that happened outside of the competitions, especially the community aspect and friendships, and also just a little bit of a travel story, basically. I've been told I need to work on telling stories, so that's going to be kind of the goal for next video. I did get a lot of footage going through each of the vendors' lanes and the artists, so it's not the best footage in the world because I'm kind of shaky with the camera, but it's not the best angle, unfortunately. But it does go through and show each of the vendors, and I am talking throughout it. Again, I'm not a cameraman whatsoever, camera woman, and I'm just. I was holding it really weird, I think. This is why people have staff and they help them, but I'm by myself. And then once I finish that, I will go over the puzzle haul that I did. So that includes all the puzzles I bought, got from the puzzle swap, got from my competition. I'll briefly bring up the puzzles from the competition, but they're going to be more discussed in length in the next few videos after that. And then in the second video, I'll go over all the side competitions that happened. So that was Puzzle Chess, Cobble Together, Team Relay, and the Gauntlet. So I'll discuss those. I only have footage from the Puzzle Chess, which is what I participated in. I'll see if I can find some footage from the other events that may be available for me to kind of show y'all. But I didn't participate in those, so I don't have any footage personally. But I can talk about them and maybe show some pictures of the event. So yes, that'll be the second video. So all the side events going on that were a lot of fun, and maybe tell you a little bit how some of my friends did as well. And then the third video will be about pairs, prelim, and finals. So it'll be me and Christina. And then there'll be the fourth video will be teams, which is Christina, Shea, Megan, and I, so our prelim and finals. And then the fifth and final video, so again 5 videos in total, will be my solo, prelim, and final. So that'll be the schedule in which these videos will be published, starting with the 100th episode on the next one. So I am very much looking forward to sharing all the wonderful things that happened at Nationals, my results, the fun I had, meeting new people. It was quite an event, and I do hope I can go next year. I have so many events I want to go to, so I gotta be a little bit more picky and pick and choosy, I guess you can say. But if Nationals is closer, I definitely will do my best to get there. But yes, it was definitely worth going this year. I just had to go, and it was worth it. And I hope that these videos that come out, I hope that they're worth seeing for you as well. As for Rainbow Birdies, USA JPA's 4th annual speedrun puzzle. Technically my first attempt. We smashed it. Thanks so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I will see you in the 100th episode. Bye-bye.